everyone. I have had some inquiries, and understandably so, about how that corn shoot went. So a lot of people, just in case you didn't know, I booked a very adult shoot as a PA, not talent. So crew, fetching coffee and minding my business, right? I don't know. Yeah. So I had questions going in, right? Because I'm like, if you know me, you know that I would be able to get myself out of a bad situation, right? Like, so if it went left, I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm not going to get roped into anything, stuff like that, right? But I just didn't know. But I was kind of intrigued. I was kind of curious, right, about how those types of shoots go. And that's why I was willing to be a PA, one time, just YOLO, type of thing. But I wanted to see just how those kind of sets are run. Like, I want to know, like, is the crew, like, super professional and, like, you can't crack a joke because of all the sensitive material? Or are they really goofy? Or, I just was kind of curious on how the sausage is made, right? But it turned into a dumpster fire, and I am going to put on my glasses so I can read. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how this went. So it started out on January 30th, where I said, "Hi, I'm interested in being a PA. I have PA experience, and I've always been okay if coexisting around adult content. I know a few adult performers, and they are very comfortable around me and sisterly to me. My name's Catherine Andrea, just professional text. I will not participate in the adult content, but I don't care if adult content is happening around me. I'm a very tolerant person, right? So, And the person said, "Hi, Catherine. Thanks for the reply. Are you available next week on specific date, February 3rd, near LAX, evening call time?" "Yes, I am." "Okay, great. I will message you on Tuesday morning to confirm and send you the street address and exact call time." Very professional. Everything is perfectly fine as of right now. And then this one's a little bit gray, but there's nothing really going on to spark a red flag in itself. It just kind of depends on what gets said afterward, So he says, "Can you send me a recent photo to save in my phone so I know who to expect when you arrive? Thank you." Yeah. But I'm not knocking that because I understand set security, right? I understand just want to know who it is, going in obviously. So I don't have a problem with that. So I sent, wholesome picture, just a normal contact photo. So I said, "Yay, sounds good. Consider it booked and ready on my end." He says, "I like the positive attitude. Thanks for the photo." Nothing piggish there. Nothing weird, right? And I said, "I'm glad to hear. Looking forward to working with you." And the guy says, "If anything changes on your end, please just let me know. Have a good weekend." Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, everything there is professional. If you guys disagree, let me know. But okay, now we get to February 3rd. Tuesday morning. No, now things go, right? So the guy says, "Hi, Catherine. Good morning. Are you still available this evening near LAX to be our PA? Please confirm. If so, thanks. Very professional." I say, "Yes, I am still available. Confirmed." The person says, "Okay, great." And then they give me, here's where it starts to get questionable, a hotel address. And they give me the time. So address, time, whatever. But I have a problem with the fact that it's a hotel. I would expect a studio. Anyway, he says, "We'll meet in the lobby and talk for a few minutes to make sure we're both comfortable in person." Okay. And I say, "Okay, sounds good." Because at that point, I'm seeing what he says next.